Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm back with another elegant but simple JavaScript project. This is its UI. You can see it's a really simple digital clock, and I've only used a little JavaScript to create it, and that was pretty much it for the UI. So now let's jump right into its code. For creating the UI, the HTML and CSS is pretty simple. I have a main div right here in HTML, inside of which there's a clock div. So this is basically the main clock that we see on the project. And also I've written heading tags manually of date and time, which are static right now but will be dynamic once I write the script of this project. The CSS of this project is also really simple, just some simple styling here and there, only 26 lines of codes. And finally, now it's time for the JavaScript. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is to assign the constant of the elements that are going to be changed dynamically, and those include the date heading and the time heading. So I'm just going to do it right here. After assigning the constants, I'll quickly call and create a function right here by the name initialize. So I've called it right here, and I'll create it at the top here. So function initialize, and there we go. And the first thing that I'm going to be doing inside of this function is to create another constant by the name of current date, and inside of it there will be a new date method. So the new date method basically creates a date of our current time. After assigning the constants, I'll quickly call and create a function right here by the name initialize. So I've called it right here, and I'll create it at the top here. So function initialize, and there we go. And the first thing that I'm going to be doing inside of this function is to create another constant by the name of current date, and inside of it there will be a new date method. So the new date method basically creates a date of our current time. So if I now print it on the document, we can see what's the date right now, and current date. So let's save it and check it out. So the date is printed here, and you can notice that it is so detailed. Like, we only need the time here and the date here, but it is also telling us the day and also the GMT stuff. So we don't need that, so we have to filter it inside our code. To filter it out, I'll first have a constant by the name of date, and inside of which there will be the current date, and I'll use the method of to local date string. Yes, this is it. So this method basically filters out the date from our current date. The detailed one will be filtered to only the date. And to filter the time, I'll use a similar method. First, I'll assign a constant by the name of time, and inside there will be the current date, and this method is to local time string. Instead of date string, I've used time string to extract time from the detailed date. So now let's have a check. First, I'll remove this document right because we don't need it, and instead of that we'll write another document dot write to write these constants. on the document. So I'm going to use a BR tag. So yeah, this will do. Now check it out. Yeah, we can see that our time and date are printed separately, and it is now filtered from all that long date. So the next thing to do will be embedding this date constant and time constant inside this date container and time container constant respectively. So we'll do it right away. First, I'll remove this document, right, because we don't need it now. And to do it, I'll use a method of text content because it is considered as the best practices of doing this. And same will go for the time container dot text content equal to time. Yeah, and after doing it, we'll save it and remove these hardly written date and time. And let's save it and check it out. This is how it looks right now. As we can see that it is still not dynamic because the value of the time and date are fixed. But if I refresh it, we can see that it is changing with the time. So to fix that, we'll go to the code. And to fix that, we'll use the set interval method. So what it does is that it repeats a function after a fixed interval. So that's what we're going to be doing. We'll repeat the initialize function after every second. So 1 resembles millisecond, so 10,000 milliseconds equalize to 1 second. So it will run this function after every second, and we'll remove this calling of function because we don't need it. And now check it out. And this is how it looks like now. A fully functional digital clock. I really hope you like this project and also this video. The link of the project and its source code will be provided in the description if you are interested. And yeah, with that, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, goodbye.